Get him out of here dragging their forked tails behind them.
You're back.
I assume congratulations are in order?
Welcome back is in order. I missed you.
How much?
Very much. This is the perfect surprise of the day.
Well, everything's cool in California, and for some reason, I'd rather be here with you than there with me. So.
Greenlee, there's something I should have told you before you left, but now I am even more sure than ever.
Hurry up, I'm holding my breath.
You don't have to.
Is this good, or what?
Greenlee, for the last couple of months, you've been outstanding. You've been perfect. I couldn't have made it through without you.
Enough buttering me up. What do they say? If you can hear the bomb whistling, it's far away, but if not, it's a...
I am dropping a bomb, I guess, in sort of a way. I don't want to detonate what we have.
Oh, my God, Ryan, what is it that you're trying to tell me?
How I feel.
How you feel about what?
About you, about us. I think it's time to make a change in our marriage.
Will I like this change?
Well, that's what I'm hoping to find out.
Maybe I should stay. Get it over with. Just say it.
Oh, so you heard? Chandler's got generatrix. Some welcome home, huh?
I've had better.
Simone, you know, we're kind of busy.
Sure you are. But don't blame Jonathan, okay? I know you put him in charge and everything, but Kendall totally outflanked him.
Are you saying that Kendall teamed up with Adam and JR?
Well, I can't prove it, but it definitely looks like it.
Kendall can't hurt us anymore.
As long as she's breathing and jealous, she can sabotage fusion.
Not for long.
That is why I am offering myself up for the good of the company. Put me in charge of the Enchantment Signature Perfume Project.
You want to work with Jonathan? Yes, I'll consider that.
Say the word and I am on him. It.
We know what you mean. How did Jonathan hand Generatrix to the Chandlers?
Well, Kendall played him, and she played me.
Have I said lately that I hate Kendall? Because I really, really do hate her, and it's a deep, everlasting kind of hate.
Well, the upside is she can't use Jonathan anymore.
Good news, but not enough to make me do the happy dance.
Okay, how about this? Kendall can't get to me anymore either. She hasn't got a chance. Kendall was standing about as far away from me as you are right now, and it just kind of came to me, you know, the time that we were on the roof together.
I know what time you're talking about.
And I looked into her eyes, and I saw this woman that I used to be nuts for, that I thought I loved more than anybody else, and it was my fiance more than once. And it's unbelievable. I mean, she did everything she could to get a rise out of me.
Spare me the details, please.
It was as if any reaction out of me was a good reaction.
So? How'd you react?
Not at all. Nothing she could say or do had any effect on me.
When she talked, what'd you think about it?
I thought about how powerless she was. I thought that she might as well be asking me what I wanted to order for dinner. And it was amazing that there wasn't music and like fireworks going off to celebrate this incredible moment.
Free at last.
And you know what that means?
You can relax.
We can.
So that's what you wanted to tell me. You're immune to Kendall.
Well, that's a big part of it, but that's not all.
Something's going on with you. What?
Well, what does it look like?
Like you're about to let me in on the joke. Is it about us?
Yes, but it's no joke.
Can we skip the guessing? No clues, just tell me. Are we back to us and our marriage?
Yes, exactly.
Sorry to break in on such a cozy moment, but the world as we know it is about to end.
So make your threats and take off.
Hey, I'm not the villain here. Ryan's brother screwed up.
I already know we lost Generatrix Laboratories.
Hey, Greenlee, what do you say we go get some dinner?
Great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, that's responsible leadership. You can't avoid what happened.
But we can, thank God, avoid you.
Mr. Collins!
You know Miss Thomas, Mr. Abbott?
Yes, of course. Christina, how's Matt doing in Stanford?
This is not a social call.
I warned you.
So you're here by Kendall's invitation?
No. This is an unscheduled meeting. We just heard Adam Chandler acquired Generatrix.
We already know that.
But we didn't. That is, until Adam Chandler shared the news with us himself.
It was highly irregular.
It was insulting.
Oh, Mr. Chandler was delightful about our lack of information. Of course, we fully briefed the entire
How
board.
could you fully brief the board with only limited information?
And whose fault was that? Chandler is holding us hostage now.
Isn't that a little bit overdramatic?
Generatrix was to be a cornerstone for a new era for Cambias. Our vision was to build...
Excuse me, Mr. Collins, but I'm sort of one step ahead of you because it was my vision to begin with, if you remember.
Chandler is willing to release Generatrix to us.
In return for Chandler Enterprises, yes. And I didn't think there was any reason to alert the board just yet.
Oh, that is remarkably short-sighted of you.
And I will tell you what I told Chandler. They don't have the resources to float Generatrix. They are extremely overextended. So, it's a bluff. We just sit back and we outlast them.
No, we have your word on that. Just like we had your word that your marriage to Mrs. Lavery wouldn't be a manipulation of our stock.
Hey, Collins, stick to the subject.
The subject is your inability to be honest and forthright with this board.
Now, hold on. Ryan is not the problem here.
We and the rest of the board disagree.
Well, then fire me.
That's why we're here. The board has the power to remove you from your position as CEO and chairman of the board of Cambias.
Well, what's your decision?
I hope you fully realize that you brought this on yourself, Mr. Lavery.
No, he didn't. I did. If you're going to fire somebody, it should be me.
Mr. Collins, Miss Thomas, Mr. Abbott, this is Jonathan Lavery, our newest and probably most inept employee.
Why do you even listen to this woman?
Kendall, stay out of this.
Ryan didn't do anything wrong.
And the board will see that.
Ryan sneaks his wife into the business, and then he hires his baby brother and gives him enough rope to hang Cambias Industries.
I am prepared to quit.
You're not going anywhere.
No, neither of you are. Ryan has been a wonderful leader ever since he took the helm at Cambias.
And why was that? I mean, first you pick up Alexander Cambias on the side of the road, he hops in the back of your motorcycle, and then he dies, and you inherit everything. A stranger, a man he barely knows. Nothing fishy about that. You must just have really good persuasive energies. How'd you do it, Ryan? How did you convince Alex to leave you the whole priceless enchilada?
Kendall knows that Ryan signed everything over to Miranda as soon as he found out Bianca Montgomery was pregnant with the Cambias heir, and he'd do it again tomorrow. So keep your nasty insinuations to yourself.
If Miranda Montgomery had survived, and we all wish she would have, then Cambias Industries would be hers. And thank you, but you do not need to defend me.
Well, no one should have to, but some people aren't looking at the big picture. Up until now, every one of Ryan's decisions has paid off for Cambias Industries. Sales are up, revenues have increased, and our stockholders are pocketing some very hefty dividends.
Well, that may be the case.
It's my turn now, Mr. Collins. When some of you wanted to outsource jobs and services to foreign markets, Ryan held firm. He saved the jobs of 600 Americans.
Actually, that was 612.
Thanks. 612 Americans. And cut expenditures elsewhere so he could maintain the Cambias Industries' profit margin. I didn't see anyone screaming for his head then.
This is a very different matter.
I have done my best for Cambias Industries, and you have all seen the results. You know what? Why don't you check the numbers, because numbers don't lie. But if you want to run scared because of a long shot, well, then that's your loss. You go ahead, you vote me out now. But just know that I will fight back, and you all know that I have the stocks to do it.
I would prefer a little privacy, but... It comes down to this. Ryan Lavery has shown blatant disregard for the needs of this company. His tunnel vision is the least of his flaws. This latest charge of nepotism is the last straw.